Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry.
Still first
down. The officials did as well.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Darnold looking to start with a pass. Able to get away. Out to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively. And I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Second and 15. Here's Darnold. On the move, the pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Here's Darnold. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Ryan Wright now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Williams being motion left. Play action. It's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
3rd down and 1. From the gun, here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Off play action. Here's Goff. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Gibbs diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive. They help themselves out.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. On ill-advised throw, back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop it. Third down coming up.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Darnold down to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's down the field for Jefferson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Here's Goff. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
St. Brown in motion right. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Gone. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Sam Darnold going to lead his offense back out. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Darnold. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down it goes. That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Darnold from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. This is brought in at the 21. And shedding through the tackle. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold. They'll roll him out right. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Flush to his right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Escaping the pressure right. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And they'll accept that penalty. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Now Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. Right side to Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Again, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Montgomery is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw is Goff. Dance hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at the 40. They'll look to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And by a touchdown for the Lions. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that will lead you into bigger errors.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Flushed out right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down again. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Powell. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and he will bring it back. Return for a Lions touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But the Vikings offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Off of play action, Darnold forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Back to throw, Darnold. That is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it wrong.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Goff.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got ourselves a Super Bowl VIII rematch. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee.
And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it.
Throw caught by Achane.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. And that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 6. Motion man is Berrios.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Dancing.
Tua hit, and the ball is out. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Waddle, the motion man right. They'll run for it with Achane. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go. Achane. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run. Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as it did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3, so maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 75 yards. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point forthcoming. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Oh, they try to lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Faking the give, Darnold. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's second down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
They're going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 12-3 your score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Waddle, the motion man right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. Eluding the pressure right.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. It's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Up the middle, Achane.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They'll look to throw here.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Darnold. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he fends him off. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone.
Point after try forthcoming. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In motion, Hill. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
A give, running right, Achane fighting through, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Achane. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move.
He has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, so far, little to no result. The defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Rolling to his left. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now the try here for the extra point. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
W2.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And this one complete to Smith. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and a couple.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion, Hill. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play action. Now it's Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, 47 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Dolphins 13.
Goat loudly crying face.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And you take a look at the numbers, not much to complain about on that ledger. He has been terrific to this point in the proceedings.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold escaping the pressure right.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold buying time to his left. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. From 17 yards out.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right. Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Now this is not going to wind.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. And some room to work. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua, dancing to his left. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Darnold now to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Now Darnold. Sliding out of the pocket.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Ryan Wright now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Looking to pass. Tua. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Now it's Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold going underneath. He's got Hockenson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Tua going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side, complete. That's Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll take this down to the 26. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's a toss left for Achane. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Grenard, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators, they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. This will be caught just inside the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 8 now. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. They'll try and run it here. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, Darnold loses it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Back to throw, Darnold.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Steps away.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Bernard. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Here's Powell on the return.
A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they were the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw is Darnold. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Incompletion for 2nd down. Off of play action, Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive.
0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Darnold.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
This is Smith with a ground. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Devon Achane.
30 yards.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Tua going to try and throw for it.
That's caught at the 2. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Still fighting for more. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. They'll go again to Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So Tua and the Dolphins
down by 2. A minute 38 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Here's Tua.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now Tua.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's first and 10. Tua. On the handoff, it's Achane.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing, Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Tagovailoa.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now it's the Vikings' turn, trailing by 5, 25 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those complete.
And he can't get a throw. He's taken down.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And he'll spike it here, but it's too late. The clock showing triple zeros. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out.
National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikes and the Niners, and it comes your way next.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Santa Clara. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball.
It's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still first down.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them
Delay of game.
5.
Offense. Still first down.
Throwing, Darnold. You let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And he will go all the way. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. And that one is no good. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. First and 10.
Go!
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Next way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Samuel has it on the slant. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Purdy works out of the pistol. He's got it inside the 5. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He's got his big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. To return, it's Brandon Powell. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
The production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards, and we still have another half to play. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Darnold. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And he will score! Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Reichert now to add the extra point. And that one bangs off the right upright. Does not go in. It's no good. And they're unable to add the point after. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
3rd down. Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
That's good. Let's go.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get forward to about the 42. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Purdy. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
This one caught at the 4. And he will score. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense and Justin Jefferson headed back onto the field. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And they will take their final timeout of this half. And of note, since they're out of timeouts, they cannot challenge for the remainder of this half. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, it's a fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Go!
Here's Purdy. Taking off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
That's good. 4-8. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3.
Here we go. Set, go. Set, go.
Now Purdy. He keeps it himself. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Throwing is Purdy. That one taken in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught into space. And he's into the end zone yet again. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. And now another extra point off the mark. 3 misses on extra points in this game alone. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Purdy. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Let's go now.
To throw, it's Purdy. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Vikings offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Darnold to throw on 1st down. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he's taken down up past the 35.
We've really seen both teams have a lot. Moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Still on his feet. And he will score again. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. Reichert now to add the extra point. And do you believe this? Yeah, there's cause for concern over there. That is a 4th missed extra point in this game. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
3rd and long. Here's Purdy. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Here's Powell to return. That That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he will go all the way. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. Vikings add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Samuel has it working the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
19 Lions.
They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy going to put it up again. A short one there, caught by Kittle. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Throwing again is Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll take it on in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense And their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On second down, it's Darnold. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
And this is what happens when you compare a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. It's a short kick. Fair catch is called for, and they're going to be in business with a short field to work. On 1st and 10, Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Udi's kick is good. And the 49ers will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Still first down.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
of game, offense. Still first down.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach halftime in what was a very compelling first half of play, as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Both teams look good on the offensive side of the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still first down.
Play fake to Jones. Now Darnold. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it. It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Pass interference, defense.
The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. And this will be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
To throw again is Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. And with that last catch, some rare air, 300-plus receiving yards in a single game. And the all-time record is 336, so stay tuned. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
It's easy to make your quarterback look good when you can just get open as easily as he has in this game so far. I mean, he had the big first half, remember. But here in the second half, he just continues to add to these numbers here in the third quarter.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Purdy now on second down. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy, able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Here's Purdy again, looking to Samuel on the out route.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go, set.
Back to the air again is Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That is going to be Debo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Howell now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a... 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. There's Debo Samuel and the rest of this Niners offense set to take over again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready up. Ready.
From the gun, it's Purdy. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down. Throwing is Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Second and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. One of the tight ends in motion right. 3rd and short. Purdy. Samuel has it working the middle. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throwing again is Purdy. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers are going to open up the lead to 8. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Howell now to bring it back. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Now whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them
Delay of game,
5.
offense.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. And that's the record. That catch puts him past Flipper Anderson of the Rams for the most receiving yards in one game. The record was 336. It has stood since 1989, but it is broken here. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions. And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Darnold to the air once more. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Here's Darnold again. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's to the right side, and incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. It's second down. Darnold to throw again. The second down throw is incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. To throw again is Darnold. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
There's an old saying in golf, Mike, that when you're on the green, never up, never in. In this case, the ball's on target. It just didn't have enough steam to get there. Winds up no good.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Samuel brings this in along the sideline.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Purdy now on 3rd and 2. Open man, right side. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Vikings have got him.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Darnold looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus. He has gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
On the handoff, Jones. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. They need one right now. 3rd and long. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Another really nice throw right there. And as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen Nailor. Touchdown, Vikings. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go, set, go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
So Kittle comes in motion. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. A give for McCaffrey running right. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
A tight end in motion now. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Offense.
So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So a win here for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Santa Clara. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. I go.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
2nd and a yard. So Kittle comes in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and that will lead to a second down. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And they will finally run him down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. First and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Chandler now to return it. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. quickly in his 3rd and 10. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones.
These are the play calls.
And no.
Previous play is under review.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. The Niners offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So